consider this. Probably what not to do. I have sanded this poorly. Now I plan to use dollar store contact paper to see if we can transform this to something majestic. Booyah. $3.50. I do not disappoint with my cheapness. All right, well, that's not gonna work. I was gonna say, do it I say, not do what I do, young grasshoppers. Oh wait, maybe it will work like this. Come on. So, yes, I'm on my knees so you can see my pretty face. Who knows how the lighting's working? My guess is poorly. This is actually a very poorly lit space, and I do not have any of my lighting stuff. No ring light in sight. Okay. Oh, that made a nice sticky patch. Hopefully that washes off. Let's see. That did not work at all. Just in case you're wondering, putting the stick did sticky. But hey, I tried. Like, let's see how it goes with the other side. Come on. No. Ugh. Gah. I have just damaged it. Fantastic. I damaged this part of it, and so I won't even be able to start from the front now, so I've lost even more material than as planned. Yay! Try to get past that damage point. And, oh, huzzah, it says that you have a little bit of leeway on each side. Just trying to measure this out now that we see that this table is just a fraction of a piece too small to make it one strip. Huzzah! Following the great ideology of what I'm going to now cut it along the lines as are on here. Scissors. And obviously some people might not understand the importance of a good pair of scissors. Alright, so, oh yeah, you keep rolling. You keep rolling now. You're going to make it so much easier to use in every respect. Now, of course, unlike the good expensive stuff, lines don't go all the way across. One of the things I would love to show you, but completely unequipped, is I'm just trying to follow the pathway with the words on it to try to make this as straight as possible and then come into the next part of the, like, you know, graded portion. Like, seeing as there is give and leeway, I don't think that this is like the thing that's gonna kill us, but hey, maybe it is. If you see stories of my death, you will know what happened. And like, I normally have longer nails. I don't know if that's what's going on here or if this is just some other trick of sanity and the trick against sanity. Like, this is the good side that of course I've opened up first for. Okay. Thank you for rolling back upwards. Your contribution is appreciated. So like, yeah, you can't, it seems to not stress highly enough to not have it be a perfect fit. And it says to use a credit card. I have my purple ID card. Because, you know, that's what I had readily available. Okay, so let's see, because it just says to put it along. I'm hoping that this actually just fits along. Let's see. Things always go according to plan, don't you know? And there, okay, it certainly goes past the point where I messed that up. Oh look, I scratched here. You can't see as closely, but you can see a clear and present nail scratch exactly about the point that I damaged it over there. So, multi-layer damage. Wah! Okay. All right, let's go for the next. All right, am I actually doing this like in a not too horrible way? Because, yeah, like, obviously this could be way straighter, you know, to actually cover over the sides, but I don't know, maybe we're still early enough in to fix that, or I really don't think we were. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, failure comes in many forms. Many forms. Okay. One thing you can't tell based on this is you can't feel my disappointment. You don't need to. I just bent it over side. Why? Because that portion of the table, which probably should have been, you know, properly dealt with earlier, but wasn't, is peeling upwards. You should be expecting the blundering, someone trying perhaps a little too hard at times to make life work. Welcome to YouTube. That's not fair. I watched a bunch of people where I don't know if that was their first or 500th table, but it looked fantastic. So the fact that, you know, this could look far worse. You know, whatever ends up happening is not on YouTube and entirely on my own ineptitudes. The extra piece, that actually comes pretty well. I actually pretty proud of myself too. How I navigated past the damaged part. Oh yeah, and this piece, which, like, there's no way around it. That's pretty damaged. And I guess we're going back to step one with the whole measuring business. Okay, having some space to there. If you're wondering, are you quite getting across the line? The first one did. The second one, I'm trying and failing, so it's not that far off. Okay, and I guess let's see. This one's going to be a little more important. Till there. Oh wow, this is like much more fail than my other cuts. Because, you know, side cut. That's what's going to be the least important, right? Alright, I'm sure we'll figure something out with that. So it, you know, I do understand. They say to use the straight edge. Oh my goodness, it comes, I don't know if you can tell, but it comes pre-gifted with bubbles. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm actually doing my best at this, such as that is. And yeah, normally, okay, trying to get lined up as best as I can. Okay. This is exactly what they told you not to do, by the way. Just so you know. They actually tell you to hold it very tightly. But I'm just finding something that's actually working for me, and yeah. been a day that had the opportunity to fall to the floor. So, dollar store again, $4. Don't know if that's going to show up, but yeah, I think we get the point. I really bought it for this little crafting night, so I'm just throwing it in temporarily. Don't we all enjoy that moment? Okay, I don't really need, okay, well, of course, the extra blades are the things that are most safely guarded. Logic. Oh, this is good and sharp. I love how it also came out in just the perfect way. Okay, so it says to hold it tightly and to cut the corners. Right along the corner. Okay. And then holding it tightly. Guess we'll have to go from this angle. I'll have to cut this corner. Oh, that was actually remarkably sharp, you know, just to warn you. And let's just make sure this is good and tightly in there, because it's moving. And it says to cut immediately. Now, what would have been, oh, well, this is actually, I wish I could show you how clean this is coming off. Like, okay, I spoke too soon. Spoke way too soon. Okay, piece of table wants to come off with it, of course. See, I don't like, I was such a beautiful wooden table, and you did this to me, and I'm not going to stand by while you make you feel good about yourself. Okay, oh, and the blade, of course, is trying to come out. Let's see if I can tighten that a bit. Yeah, thank you very much. As I just found out, very, very sharp blade in Blake. That's like a cut without any conflict. All right. Actually, so proud of how that particular piece came out. I'm going to do it on this side so you can actually see what I'm talking about. It says to cut on the corner. Okay. And then trying. Really, really trying. It's really, really not cutting as nicely on this side. All right, the fact that that came off a little bit, we won't see that as an indicator of what's to come. See if we can. Oh, no, I just managed to make it in a way that does not look attractive. Let's see if we can fix that a little bit. Actually, whatever, thank you God, that looks so much better. Let's see if I can get it from the other side, because that actually looked so much better. Oh, and nowhere did they tell me to use a crafting blade. They said a sharp X-Acto blade, for which I went to buy that. I really did. And they did not have that. So this is what I was left with. This is actually really, I'm not gonna say it's perfect, because so far past and beyond, and this is so much better than I thought it was gonna turn out. Okay, so I'm gonna try, see if I can have the same success. problem is, I guess, unlike the contact paper that was being used by a person online that for some reason was either just better quality or I don't know what else to make of it. When they say to hold it tightly, and I try that, it rips. Oh no, maybe tightly has many definitions. Of course it does. Just ask anyone. Everything has its own definition. Right. Okay. This is the last one. Just have to make it work. Just have to make it work. There. Now we'll just rip off this piece. When I say rip off that piece, I was actually talking about a piece of wood. And yeah. Such as is. Did you enjoy? You are so loved. Like and subscribe.